We're testing the signal, I don't know, like 6 miles away from where we are right. Okay, you can make out the property there, those little white dots. That's the bus and the dome out there. And what we're doing is we're like 6 miles away, but we're trying to make sure we can get the distance. And we're here on I-10. That's LA to Phoenix. On the other side of that mountain range is what we're trying to connect to using a relay to get around the mountain. Now we're probably going to put it up on one of those ridges up there. That. So this is what we're testing. And then we're going to go and just keep going up to that mountain range and see what kind of range we can get, and going over a couple of power lines. So, how's it working, John?
Well, we got the best thing we can right here, so yeah, it's working okay so far.
All right, we're going to get more distance. Here we go. Well, there's John Sneisen. What we're doing is we got a mast and we got the 120-degree relay that we're going to go test. Now what we're going to do is we have this directional antenna here that's aimed out, way out there to the freeway. And you see, I'll zoom in. Come on. There is a overpass right there that you see that we're going to get on top of that, and that's about, I don't know, about 4 miles away. And we're going to go ahead and put up the mast that we got on top of the SUV there, and then we're going to connect, and he uses computer to make sure we got a good signal, and we're just testing it and getting some distance. So here we go. Okay, we're way out in the desert now. Now this is about 12 miles north of our property, up against this mountain range that you can see from our property. And we went up about as far as we could go and still get a, on a little hill here that we four-wheel up and then go to the property out there. Now we have the antenna, we're just setting it up now, and John is doing it. So we got the antenna up and it's pointed, not directly at our land, kind of, you know, we'll test it. Because what we did, we were testing at the bridge over the overpass, we were testing whether the 120 degrees, we're turning it to where it was about at 125, 130, and it was still picking it up. So you can see there's an angle, and that's 120 degrees to where it has supposedly full signal. So what we're doing is putting, instead of, you know, having it pointed around in here, the directional antenna, we have the antenna way over here, and we were still getting good signal, you know, so we're going, okay. So we're testing it out 12 miles away and see what's up. It's like right over there. The beginning of the 120 is about over here. We just wanted to put it outside of it just to see if it'd work. So I'm like, damn, girlfriend, this is kicking ass. Just saying. All right, John, you the man. All right, we'll do some more testing, let you know what's up. Now we need to go over on the other side of that. All right, well, we're getting ready to hike up. This is going to be a thing. Go ahead and turn around.
Now, Ernie.
All right, turn around. He's got the solar panels, you know, and a lot of the stuff, and I got the battery here. Go ahead and, you know, I got the battery pack in here, and this is the relay that we got to put up. So it's, you know, and we got to go up there. So here we go. Okay, we put it up on a mountain that we knew that it was the best, but it was so difficult and all day to get up. It took us probably 3-4 hours just to get up here. Now we put it up and it covers like 3 valleys, hundreds of square miles. Now the bus is over there, way over there, and it hits this relay, and this valley is covered, and there's Palo Verde Nuclear Power Plant, and Bob lives, on the other side of those little mountains there. And Phoenix is on the other side of that mountain range out there. Solar panels, way more than we need. This was a Harbor Freight thing, and I had it, and I go, that we need a solar panel. That would be perfect for this. So I think I paid less than $150 for that. And then the pole went tink, and maybe 8 inches down, and we hit bedrock. So I was like, all right. So I've seen people do this a lot. So we just piled a crap ton of rocks and put soil in there and everything. And that's the antenna. Now we didn't put it all the way on the tippy top right there because we just didn't want it silhouetted against the sky there. So we brought it down here. It's better anyway. So that is 120 degree. That covers all of this. Now it's been raining on us the whole freaking day. I haven't had rain for a year, and I go, it rained while we're climbing this thing. That's why we're wearing these orange slickers. And it's been windy and cold, and it's gonna get dark here pretty soon. So we gotta get down. The beginning of Occupy the Land communication. Peace.